Hello everybody, Chris Wood here, September 27th, 2022. As I am sitting here, and as anybody can see who has been watching my videos, especially the ones that I have put out earlier from today, from earlier videos of me to now, I am a victim of identity theft, identity change. I am a victim of revenge retaliation from O.P.P, Lennox and Edmonton County, Ontario Provincial Police, Napanee, O.P.P, Spencer Mills, 14716, Staff Sergeants, Ex-Chief, Shannon Cork, Barbara King, Robert Lucas, Shelley Hafner, and a mental health worker named Stacy. Wars Daily Tea Company, now Kingston. Crime cover-up doctors, Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, file falsifier, name falsifier, Tatiana V, aka Margie V, Stacy's girlfriend, the one that medically blacklisted her victims to assure that the crimes that they commit are taken care of, are assured through medical blacklisting and discrimination to prevent help of the victims. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. McGregor, Dr. Waldron, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Ambimbola, Dr. Sue, Dr. Fardell, Triage Nurse Terry, Triage Nurse Tanya, Triage Nurse David. Their bosses, co-offenders, human sex trade slavery traffickers, my identity thieves, brain injury, skull deforming, sex assault, kidnapping, false arrest, attempted murder, murder of my mother, stalking, putting prisoner tracking on the victims, for stalking, for framing, William Bill Wooldridge, last known username, 149 Center Street North, Napanee, Ontario, Blair Hardy, allegedly in Quinny, co-offender and boss to O.P.P, the ones named drug trafficker, human sex trade, slavery trafficker, children to pedophiles, adults to sex offenders. I have been going through this for 3 years, and I've been saying that this was going to happen, and it was happening, and I was not being taken serious, was not being believed. So after 3 years, as a result, now this is finally finished. I not only am the end of my bloodline, you are guilty of murdering my mother, you are guilty of doing this to me, pretty much murdering me, because I have no feeling or conscience left in my head whatsoever. I have no stimulation in the right side of my head at all. That's how much damage has been done from my skull being deformed and being broadcasted through 24/7 by so many different people who are junkies, compliments of O.P.P, from using remote neural monitoring on me, from which is I have proven is police and military tech. And what it does, it destroys a person's central nervous system, which enables them to basically screw a person mentally so they can get away with the crimes that they are committing on their victims. It makes it a lot easier for them to human traffic, and also with remote neural monitoring, it also enables invasive surveillance spying, so they can see what I see, they can hear what I hear, they know what I'm doing right now, doing this, and they hear it and see it. So I am a revenge retaliation victim for speaking of O.P.P crimes, the human homeless trafficking out of the Morning Star mission, and homeless exploitation for monetary gain, along with other crimes. As a result, I became a victim for speaking up and trying to save lives from corrupt police. They had the doctors to cover up, they had themselves, their badges, their lies, their positions, their false guise of law to use, and it is believed here in Napanee, my human rights, my legal rights, and my medical rights have been taken while I am being injured and deformed through this. serious lies cast against me by a lot of people who don't have to prove nothing, while I have to prove everything, that it is not true. Conveniently, I am 50 years old. The one doing this to me is William Wooldridge, who is also allegedly Hells Angels boss, Ontario chapter leader, and involved with banditos, but he is also 70, 71, 72 years old. Blair Hardy is approximately 60, 61, 62 years old. Then there is Tyler Lake, who is roughly 30, 31, 32 years old, and Javen Alstein, who is approximately 35 to 40 maybe. Ray, who is a child groomer that has a white pit bull that's deaf on East Street. And then his roommate Sam. There's Holly Cooper. There's a guy named Bucktooth Bob, and there's many others that are just passing this around and using it on me to mentally numb me down, to dumb me down, to screw me up, to deform me, in hopes that I get taken as William Wooldridge or one of these other sons of bitches. Because this is deforming me so much, I have proven every time that they are broadcasting through me, it physically is changing my face. So if anybody thinks that this cannot happen, I am 100% proof that it does and can. And right now, right here on my right side by my temple and my ear, I feel nothing but air going through my head, what feels like air pumping up my head. This has caused serious damage to the full right side of my body, pretty much from my groin right up to the top of my head. The back of my head has gotten flatter, while my face is being pushed out and my head is being rounded out more. It's gotten a lot shorter. I've lost probably 3 to 4 inches off my skull within the last 3 years, especially within the last couple months. The most. I'm going through this, so this is done. This is about financial theft and fraud as well. So, and conveniently, nobody is arrestable, no matter how much you can prove crimes in Napanee, except for O.P.P victims, so they can deflect their crimes. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I just wanted to make this quick and show everybody this is what happens when you speak police crimes. You try to save lives. You go through identity thefts. You go through injuring, torturing, sex assaults, kidnapping, and a whole lot more. You might have your parents murdered for revenge retaliation, while you go through this to be murdered yourself for framing. Chris Wood, love all, hate none. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. I show this tattoo because of me going through my identity theft, so I will be recognized at least that way, as being Chris Wood, not William Wooldridge or one of these other bastards that they plan on catching me for. I have prisoner tracking on me, plus the R and M to read as these bastards, so, and they are all criminals, and I have no criminal history or record. I was falsely charged to get one so they could get my blood in more, so they could get my prints, pictures, and signatures for forgeries, framings, and frauds. They previously had my blood in my piss, and I will not be proven wrong about this. They've done everything to stop me from getting legal help, medical help, or human rights help in every way, shape, or form for 3 years. Chris Wood, love all, hate none. Hit like, share, subscribe. Be safe, watch yourselves, and watch your children. Watch your parents.